On this edition of Datitude, BBQ, and more, we're going to make some authentic salsa. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this.
Datitude, barbecue, and more. Datitude, barbecue, and more.
Welcome back to Datitude, BBQ, and more. And as I said in the opening, we're going to take these fresh ingredients today, and I'm going to show you how easy it's going to be to make authentic salsa at home. Because here's the deal, guys. If you turn the bottle of salsa around from the store where you buy it, most likely it's going to have some things in there that you're probably not going to want to put in your body. So why not make it fresh? Because it's going to be so easy and so fast. You're going to be amazed. But before I get started, you know what to do. That's right. You slap that bell. You hit the subscribe button. You give me some thumbs up, and you share this video with as many people as you can so we can get the word out on how easy it is to be a great cook in the kitchen. And also, before I get started, I have to give a shout out today to our Latin American friends since I'm making salsa. So whether you're in Mexico or Cuba or Argentina or Colombia, where I know that people are watching these videos, I hope that this salsa is up to your standard, and I hope it looks great, and I know it's going to taste great because I've had it before. So, you know what the motto is on this channel. We're going to cut the flab and get straight to the meat, but today we're going to get straight to the vegetables. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to tell you what we're using, and then I'm going to go ahead and start preparing the salsa. Show you how easy and how fast it is. So I've got 5 Roma tomatoes. I've got a half of an onion. You can use yellow onion, red onion, a white onion, sweet onion, what have you. Your preference. I have some garlic. I have some cumin. I have some pink Himalayan salt, but you can use regular salt for this as well. I've got some lime juice, and I've got 1/2 of a jalapeno that I'm going to leave the seeds in. Normally I would put a whole one in, but I was down to a half, so I'm just going to use a half today. But in my recipe, it does call for a full jalapeno, and I will have this full recipe down below in the description so you can do this. I'm also going to be using today my Vitamix blender. Now, if you don't have a Vitamix, some people have a Ninja blender. Other people have a food processor. You can make this in any of those. So don't be discouraged if you don't have a Vitamix or a Ninja blender. Most people do have a food processor at home, and it's the same way to make it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put some of this off to the side for now, just to get it out of the way. The onion I have kind of quartered, or I've cut into some fourths. This was a half of an onion. I'm not going to put it in the Vitamix yet. I like to put the tomatoes in first. So here's how it's going to work. I'm just going to take the tomatoes, and I'm just going to cut them into fourths. And as I do that, I'm going to just put them into the blender as I go. Now, you can cut this however you want, but I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Get the tomatoes cut. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the finished product here in just a second. I don't want to waste your time with cutting all the tomatoes. So I will cut the rest of the tomatoes, put the other ingredients in, and I'm going to show you how easy this is to make it. So I'll see you soon. All right, welcome back. And as you can see, I have the tomatoes in the Vitamix right now. I have gone ahead and halved. As you can see on the secondary camera, I have halved the jalapeno, keeping the seeds in. With the cilantro, I also keep the stems on because the Vitamix will break that down quite easily. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and put my onion in on top. And I'm going to break it up just a little bit as I put it in. And then I'm going to put in the cilantro. This is about a 1/2 cup of cilantro that I have here. Now I've got a little extra onion. Normally I put about a half in. This is probably about more like maybe a 2/3 of an onion. We're going to put that in there. We're going to put the jalapenos in. I'm going to pour in the 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Calls for about 2 cloves of garlic. Now, if you use fresh garlic, you know what a clove looks like. I'm going to put in at least 3 teaspoons of prepared garlic here that I bought from the store. You can see it. I might go closer to 3.5. with the garlic. We're going to put the pink Himalayan salt in, and then the cumin. All right. Look how easy that was. So I'm going to be back. I'm going to get rid of all of this, pull the Vitamix over so we can see it blend, and we'll have fresh salsa in no time. So I'll see you again very shortly. All right, welcome back. As you can see, I have the Vitamix ready to go. We're going to turn it on here in just a second. I do want to say on these Vitamixes, I can take the top off, and I have this little tamper. And what I'm going to do is as it blends, I'm going to start tamping down all of the ingredients so it all blends smoothly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on just a 1 to start things off. And I'm going to tamp it down. I'm going to move it up to about a 2. I'm going to keep tamping it down. Look at that, guys. Guys, that looks pretty good already. You can see that was only, what, 30 seconds, 35 seconds? I'm going to pour some of it in a bowl right now. I'm going to adjust the secondary camera down so we can see it. And we're going to see how this turned out. Oh, it looks beautiful. Now, one thing you could do, and I may do that here in a little bit, is you can actually strain this salsa, which will make it look a whole lot better, actually. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that first. I'm going to strain it instead of tasting it first, and then I'm going to bring it back out, and I'm going to show you what it looks like fully strained. I'll be back in just a moment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this salsa has turned out amazing. You can see the freshness in there. And I will discuss the coloring on this here in just a second, but I just wanted to give you a close-up. I've got the chips ready, the salsa ready, and it's time to dig in. So stay tuned for the taste test on the salsa. All right, welcome back. And the salsa and the chips are ready to go, as you saw in the previous video, and I am looking so forward to taking a taste test of this. I know it's going to taste fantastic. One thing that some people may say is, hey, that doesn't look red enough for salsa, or the coloring looks a little pale. Well, there's a reason for that, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, as I said, if you turn your salsa around, the bottles that you get, typically they're going to put some coloring in that is going to make it a little more red than what it should be. This is authentic. This comes straight from the tomato, so it does look a little pale when it's finished. I will also say that straining it was a better idea. I strained it out, and then I add just a little bit of the juice that was strained back into it to make it a little more liquefied. But I would definitely recommend straining it after you make it, unless you want it super runny, of course. So at that point, you can just spoon in the liquid. Anyway, now is the moment of truth. I'm going to take a tortilla chip here, and I'm just going to dig in, and I'm going to give you my honest assessment. Oh yeah. I gotta tell you one thing. Woo! Man, that jalapeno is in full force. At a half of a jalapeno with the seeds in, quite enough for me. Now, I know if you're in the Latin American community, you're probably laughing at me right now because I'm sure you like it a lot spicier than that. But for me, a half of a jalapeno. Now, if you take the seeds out of the jalapeno, it will be a mild taste. So obviously a whole jalapeno would be good. Depends on your preference, of course. But man, that is so good. So fresh. I can taste the cilantro in there. Obviously the onions. It just has a fantastic taste. Homemade salsa in less than probably 5 minutes. When you're the thing that takes the most time is just getting the ingredients out and getting them ready. But I would say 5 minutes and you can have fresh salsa. So why buy it at the store? Waste your money on the bad stuff when you can get the good stuff and make it authentically. So guys, homemade authentic salsa today on Datitude BBQ and more. Before I leave, obviously, you know what to do once again. You slap that bell, you hit the subscribe button, give me the thumbs up, and share this video with as many people as you can. Because listen, the goal of this channel is to have fun and to teach people some cooking skills, because it is essential in this day and age. So I'm going to put the recipe down below. And until next time, I'll see you again soon on Datitude BBQ and more.
Datitude.
Attitude Barbecue. He's the grilling dude, Attitude Barbecue. You know how we do. Let it burn, smoking meats on that smoker grill. Clouds in the sky, you can smell the flavor in the air. Attitude.